you and I have like a food history that goes back some time.
Extensive.
Yeah.
Long.
You covered, I don't know how long ago this was, maybe 10 years ago.
I think we try to, once a year, whenever it pops up in our memories, acknowledge this, this day in history, and I think the last time was maybe 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Okay, so what, do you want to set the stage, or do you want me to set the stage for what this was?
Think meat sweats.
Meat sweats.
Meat sweats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
A little vomiting.
From only one participant. So
yes.
We should clarify, you were not a participant.
I was not a participant.
This was such a food competition. It was live coverage on WABI TV5. Let's go into further detail.
Yeah, so we had, over at the casino, Hollywood Casino, they had a burger challenge. So how many pounds was this burger?
So it was 2 pounds of ground beef.
2 pounds of ground beef.
And a pound of bacon.
1 million tomatoes.
It was actually a whole tomato. It was just one tomato.
One bush of, like a big bushel of lettuce.
It was a head of lettuce.
A head of lettuce.
There were like 10 slices of American cheese.
And
a house-baked roll.
A house-baked roll that was the size of a house.
And for some reason, fries. Like,
yeah, fries. They're like, you need the fries too. It's a burger, right? Yes.
So it was me and former WABI TV5 anchor and current WMTW anchor, Terry Stackhouse.
Terry Stackhouse.
So Terry and I had this challenge on live television to see who could finish the burger first.
Yeah.
Or who could finish the burger at all.
Or who could keep the burger down.
Yeah.
Poor Terry.
So Terry was talking a lot of smack. Now Terry
He really was too.
Yeah, he was.
He's the sweetest guy too.
He is, but he's also like 6 pounds soaking wet. And so I knew when the burger outweighs the eater, there's not a good chance he's gonna win.
Well, this is the first time that I saw how good of an eater you are. I didn't realize this, and I've seen it now on multiple occasions.
I am not good at much, but eating, man, I am so good at that.
So good. So
I can rock that. So Terry and I, we're going back and forth, and I don't remember our strategy, because there was a definite strategy to like starting with the bun, because you can't fit your mouth around the thing, or at least neither of us could.
Right.
So at some point, we were both slowing down a little bit. So in order to revamp my energy, I said to Terry, hey, let's do some burpees.
Oh my God, I forgot about the burpees.
So Terry agreed.
So like fitness, the workout.
Jump down, jump up, jump down. Now mind you, we've got like 4 pounds of food in us at this point.
Yeah.
And you had to finish this within an hour. So Terry and I jump, and we do the thing, we do the thing, we jump, we're jumping, and then Terry turns bright white.
Yeah,
Terry's already pretty white, but like this was a new shade. This was like Mike Pence white. This was very, very white. And the next thing I see was Terry kind of like not do this, but start to do this.
Yeah.
And then he's a good runner. He beelined it out of there. And when he came back, he was tapping out. He was done.
I can't really remember how the live coverage went either. So what was I doing this time? I'm like, okay, here's where we are, everybody. The meat sweat. I definitely said meat sweats on live TV. I said meat sweats because there were some grimacing faces.
And we can't find the footage from it, which is sad.
We can't find it anywhere. We have some photos, but we can't find the video.
I have a screenshot
so sad.
of like I'm looking a little bit like this. I don't have a burger with me, but this is the photo.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And Terry's face is just pure pain.
Yeah.
Pain. And I'm like this.
Yeah, Morgan looked like $1 million. We just look green and wrinkled, but you looked like $1 million in that. So that was a lot of fun.
So fun.
And then we've done other food things, but I saw a promo with you though just recently. It looked like a new promo for the news, which was great.
Yeah.
There were children in the
There were children in the video.
Were those like hired actors?
Yes, we hired those
children, or those your children?
Those are my children.
Oh,
those
they're
are my
adorable.
Children. Yeah. Great acting skills, though, don't you think?
It didn't seem like acting to me, so I guess so. It just seemed like a slice of life.
Yeah, a slice. It's funny you say a slice.
Why
because so the whole premise behind this commercial for our noon broadcast was that we take pride in our producer Brandon Dow and our team. We all really take pride in having something new at noon. A lot of times it's just sort of what happened in the morning again. So something new, we're always serving up something new. So that was sort of the thing, always something new and fresh. So in this commercial, we made something for lunch. And I remember being told, just make sure you have something to make for lunch. okay, sure. Busy mom, busy at work.
Yep.
The morning of, I'm like, oh no, we're getting ready to go on vacation for 2 weeks. So of course, we're not buying a lot of groceries. We have barely anything. Like we're literally maybe the next day leaving for vacation. So I'm like, okay, wait, I have bread, I have cheese, I have butter. We'll make grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
Perfect,
It's a
perfect.
lunch of champions.
It's a lunch of champions. So we get going. Adam Bubar, the photographer at Creative Service, comes over, sets up in my kitchen, and we're, everything's good. The girls are buttering their bread. Everything's great. We start filming. All of a sudden, at one point, one of the girls looks down and she's like, Mom, what's this? And I look down and I just froze. I'm like, do I acknowledge this or do I just move on? I gotta acknowledge this. I'm like, oh, that's mold. That's mold. Moldy bread. This is moldy bread. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, okay. Adam, I'm like, you gotta check the tape, make sure that we can't have a commercial with moldy bread.
Sandwich.
So I'm like, oh my gosh.
Fresh mold at least?
It was just a little bit. It really wasn't much. It was the freshest mold. So I'm like, okay, let's just find new bread. So we get new bread. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm like, girls, Adam, this doesn't leave this kitchen. Please, this doesn't leave the kitchen. So fast
You
forward.
realize we're not in your kitchen now,
I
right?
know. Well, I'll tell you why now it's been free from the kitchen because, my youngest daughter, Evie, my daughter Evie, she says her line, great. My youngest daughter Lillian, we're like, always something new and fresh. She's like, always something new. We're like, no, something new and fresh. She's like, always something fresh. No, so however her line went, we made her do it 1,000,000 times and finally she delivered it perfectly. Well, she held a grudge about that because just recently, like last week, we're at the store and the cashier said, oh, I know you, to her. And I'm like, oh yeah, do the line. And she's like, always something new and moldy.
Yay, Evie!
Lillian, the little one, the 5-year-old. So
I love that.
I'm like, okay, let's go. The lady's just kind of looking at me and I'm like, okay, let's go. And she's like, so, and Lillian proceeds to tell her the entire story,
Outed.